This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube. And this is a UFO slash news update, I guess you could call it. This has to do with Congressional Representative Anna Paulina Luna's big press conference that just happened. They've been building it up for about a week now. I'll give you my notes on it. She will lead the House Oversight Task Force on the declassification of federal secrets. She'll be doing this along with the White House, intelligence allies, the Department of Defense, and the Department of Justice. They will specifically be conducting investigations into the assassination of JFK, UAPs and USOs, which I'm most interested in, of course. USOs, unidentified submerged objects, and unidentified anomalous phenomena, also known as UFOs. I mean, they're technically, according to a lot of people, the same thing. They're also going to look into the Epstein client list, the 9/11 files, Martin Luther King's killing, and COVID origins. They said it's going to be bipartisan, but Tim Burchett, who I've interviewed before, and Nancy Mace, both Republicans, are going to be part of it. They've been big as far as this whole UAP thing goes. They both Congressman Burchett and Mace went on the record saying that there were some of these New Jersey drones that were actually not known to the government. That there was actually two types that were not known. Both of them talked about that, and they said they couldn't get into more details than saying that at that time. Which for Burchett, he said that in December, and Mace said that in December and January. They said right now one of the main issues is different government entities have been stonewalling Congress. She says if she finds that happens when they do these investigations, they are going to let the people know they are being stonewalled or stovepipe. Sorry, she said the Secretary of State is going to be involved in this. The incoming FBI director is supportive of it, and the current CIA director says he's supportive of it. The first thing they're going to look into is the JFK files. She says, according to the initial hearings, she says they were faulty, and she says there was at least two shooters. There's been conflicting evidence, and certain narratives have been pushed by the media that she doesn't personally agree with. There is going to be three different government committees looking into the JFK files. Will have more access into the files, sorry, than anyone has ever had. She herself has top secret clearance, and there is whistleblowers that are going to talk to them that were there during the actual autopsy of JFK. Sorry, coughing. She says the hearings will be public. Whistleblowers won't get the same amount of retaliation as past administrations, is what she's saying. She says the FBI has located thousands of JFK reports that they had previously thought they were lost. She says the biggest information with the UAP situation is stonewalling and stovepiping. There is a push into gaslighting the American people into looking at the evidence but not believing it. Members of Congress are being given full security clearances and then denied access to certain UAP information. She says that is not a free and true government. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is open to declassification. And here's something directly related to disclosure. What are they looking at with disclosure? She says they are looking to at least acknowledge it from a government perspective that we are not alone, and also look at some of the evidence as why that is. So that would be interesting. And we've all been wondering, what would disclosure mean? Basically, what she's saying is an admission that we are not alone. She didn't specifically say, Al, what she was going to declassify, other than there would be some evidence supporting us not being alone. Garrett, I don't know, but there was definitely, according to too many people, it seems more likely than not something went on there. I I mean, if you look into Al, everyone that was at that had contact with Epstein, it doesn't necessarily mean they were doing or aware of the horrible stuff that was going on with him. I'm no expert on that case. I've seen various documentaries on it, but this guy was hanging out with the top of the world. So again, I'm no expert on that. What I care about most is the UAP information, because that, I mean, more than anything, great about the JFK files, great about Mandela, the Epstein. I mean, Epstein's dead, JFK's dead, Mandela's dead. The UAP situation is still going on. So that's what I'm most interested in. So best of luck to Congresswoman Luna on that. And it's too bad we have to wait for the second thing they look into to be UAPs, but at least we're seeing some forward steps.